Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steven. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please hit the subscribe button, get that bell notification on so you don't miss out on the next episode of Rivière-des-Montagnes, a Quebec themed city. And make sure to hit the like button. The like button helps with the channel a lot. Last episode we built the town of Saint-Jean, a small community set kind of in the hills of our region, I guess. I really like the way it turned out. This asset also looks very nice. This church asset. We got lots of bookstores in this town, apparently. Interesting. Oh, there's 3. Anyway, so last episode we built this town. It turned out pretty nicely. We got a high school in, which we didn't finish off. And we got a nice cool spa area over here as well. A nice resort for the citizens of the region of Rivière-des-Montagnes. So we got a lot to do in this episode. We are going to look at level 5, or we're going to upgrade our university, and we need to definitely work on a couple services, because as soon as I leave this, you'll see that sewage is becoming an issue in this town, right? So that's kind of a twofold issue. Our budget has already maxed out. That's not our budget, this is our budget. We're maxed out on power and water, and as you see over here, it's yellow at the moment, so we're going to go to our power and water zone, which we've kind of got over here. And we're going to pause the game because there's a couple things I want to do in here. And I'm going to delete most of this, and we're going to redo our power system and our water system first. But we're not going to spend too much time on it. So let's just get started with that. So we're going to move this taxi depot over here, just for now. And we are going to kind of consolidate all of this area here. So we decided that this was going to be our water treatment plant because of its low-lying area. And I think I might want to keep some of these power buildings, but I'm definitely we don't need that one, so I'm going to delete it for now. Oh, didn't work. There we go. And I'm also going to delete these ones. All right, so wondering why I'm fixing an issue deleting it? Well, because we've unlocked the advanced eco inland water treatment plant, which is a bit bigger, and I wanted to use this space for it because it looks a bit nicer. And it's always good to also mix them up, I find. So if we kind of do a big one and a small one together, it looks pretty good. So I like that. I'm also going to delete 2 of these. Oh, come on. There we go. Deleted those 2. And let's add in another eco water treatment plant. But I'm just going to place it down for now. And I'm going to move these. I know I'm spending a bit too much money probably doing this. So I'm actually going to use the move it mod to do this. Let's add buildings in here. All right. And move that over. Slide this one in right here. And we're going to put this one in right here. And the reason why I'm leaving those geothermal plants there is because I actually kind of like the way they look associated with this water plant. Anyway, so let's connect these up. There we go. Connect up. Perfect. Okay, let's connect it up. There we go. I think that worked. Did that actually connect up or not? Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. So our sewage is a bit better, so we could probably add in another one. But why don't we... Yeah, let's preemptively do that. We'll take another big one and we'll place it down right there. All right, cool little area we've kind of got going on, and we'll need to connect that up. We also have low water availability as well, so we can also add in a new water tower. And since we're headed out that way, why don't we add in the water tower to the town of Saint-Jean? Because we were kind of building out this way anyways, so why don't we place that water tower right here? Very nice. The town is rather elevated too, so kind of works. Alright, so looking at the town, and we do have this symbol here, which is interesting because the cemetery is really close by. So I'm kind of curious if maybe we should add in a crematorium to this area. So I'm just going to slide it inside of the church, or inside of the graveyard. It does help out a bit. And now let's take a quick peek at our water. Yeah, things are a bit better. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so now we can lower our water budget. So let's bring it down to 100. And hope that that's still doing the trick. Yep, it still is. And now we need to look at fixing our power. But I'm just going to do it. Oh, we have a bit of a water issue over here. I'm just going to do it kind of haphazardly, to be honest. And we're just going to add in a few in the spot that I want to build a power plant in this area over here. So this is going to turn into like a subsidiary or like a secondary industrial area for the town. So I figure this is kind of a good spot for a power grid. It's also relatively flat. I did flatten it out a bit. Let's just go from here. We'll do that. And we'll turn it around because there's a lot of stuff I want to do in today's episode. Because I want to focus on transit in the next episode. Alright, so I actually want to connect in over here too. Probably not a good idea to do it that way. Okay, let's do that. Why don't we just... okay, we'll do that. That works, I guess. Alright, so we need it to do that. Okay, perfect. So we got a bit more of a zone here to put something else in when the time comes. But the reason why I was kind of looking at doing that is because I want to branch a couple roads off of this. And we're going to look at the terrain as well. So very flat. Oh, no, it is still very flat. Okay, perfect. Let's just bring this out over to here. Yeah, that works. Perfect. Okay, we'll just start with this. And because this is the future, I guess, I don't want to use anything too harmful for the environment. And dams aren't going to work in this map very well, at least for the time being, and wind is just not enough power. So what I want to do is I want to look at adding some solar power in. So I'm going to kind of create a bit of a combination between this solar updraft tower, which is very, very cool. The warmth generated by sunlight is what powers this power plant. The warm air goes up, turning the blades of the fans that produce the electricity. So this is going to massively increase our town's energy supply, but it's just, it doesn't really look very great. So that's my one issue with this building. So what I like doing is I like combining them with these solar power plants. So as you see, okay, I'm actually going to move it over ever so slightly because I want to get a fence in between those. Anyway, so we got that in place, and then let's place the solar updraft tower. Hopefully by doing this, we'll never have to add power again, but it just costs so darn much. But 2 of these only produces a maximum of, what is that? 225 megawatts. That's the minimum, and the minimum on this is 240. So you know what? It's almost cost effective just to place 2 down for now. We'll look at changing it up in the future because that was the idea of kind of creating this space, is so we can continue to grow this this area. Yeah, I kind of want to add that other one in, but it's fairly expensive. But let's do it anyways. Yeah, kind of having these around the other solar power plants really encourages or improves the look in my mind. So now that we have that in place, let's get the fence line in. And I'm just going to fence this whole area off. Like so. Alright. Interesting little look here. And we have space for growth as well, and space for industrial growth too. I think we're in a district right here, so let's remove the district from this area right here and down this way. Alright, so I'm actually going to keep it right up to that fence line. Alright, so we do have some space for something over time, but I'm just going to leave it for now. And let's go look at other power products we have throughout the city, because I want to look at removing them. So let's take the bulldozer out, and we don't need these. But I think I might keep this one because I like the look of it. And we do have a bunch of windmills that were unnecessarily built on poor wind areas, like here, so I'm going to remove them as well. But I'm going to keep these random ones because I like the look of them. These ones can go. These ones can stay. I think I don't have any on that side. There's two over here as well. I think those can stay. It's more for the look, right? Alright, so now let's resume the game and open our budget. Let's check out how much power we are making here. Looking over here, that one just opened up. Oh, they don't have water, so they're not going to work. Wouldn't be a Cities by Steven episode if I didn't forget water, right? So, there we go. That other line needs to connect. Perfect. And we do have another water issue somewhere. Maybe we don't. Anyway, so that didn't actually pump the power up that much. Interesting. So why don't we add in this right here. There we go. And now we can bring this down to 100. Oh, come on, there we go. Yeah, very good. So that we probably won't have to touch this for a little while now. And we do have a fire as well. I'm looking at our little indicator over here. Hopefully nothing too serious, but the next thing we were going to do was level 5 ore, hence the title of the video, I guess. So let's take a quick peek. Thank you for sticking around if you just came for that. Let's take a quick peek at our ore industry. So what did we unlock here? We unlocked the large ore mine, which is really, really cool. This asset is awesome looking. And I think this is the perfect spot for it. So I'm going to delete this mine right here and place it down right there. Okay, and I'm going to use the movement mod to turn it and pull it back. No, because we do this mine over here, right? So I'm actually going to place it over here. You know what, this is gonna work just the way it is. Let's put the sand pit here though, because I like the idea of the sand pit looking like it's a staging area. Alright, so I'm gonna select these two buildings and I'm gonna place them both at the same height. Awesome. And then we need to fix the terrain, because with this building, this ore grinder, it's taking away the mountain, right? So you want to make it look like it actually is taking away the mountain. So let's adjust our brush here, and I'm just going to flatten the terrain to the height of the building. And flatten it out a bit. Alright, and we're going to definitely fix up what we've messed up. All right, and then right through here, I'm going to pull up this tool, which is the slope tool. I'm going to right click on the top. Ooh, maybe it's the other way around. Maybe it's just a bit too strong. To be honest, I haven't used this tool too much. Okay, never mind. Let's just go to the smoothing tool. All right, so as you see, this machine is on wheels, right? So it does move in to the area and take away the rock. So not exactly sure what kind of ore we would really be doing over here, but perhaps it is granite or something like that. Okay, I don't want the nodes or the buildings, and I'm just going to select all the trees in this area and move them away. Whoa, no, I thought I said no to the nodes. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, brought those trees away. All right, so now that we have that in place, I'm going to use the tool here to fill in this whole space over here. With gravel. I think it kind of helps make it look a bit nicer, and then we can also add in more of those. Geez, I'm so lost this morning. Add these in, which they're kind of like, they're the sand pits, but they look like just staging areas in this winter map. So they add in some trucks and stuff, which help fill in the detail of the area as well. So you can also take this little tool here, turn the strength really down, and just click really rapidly, and you can kind of create like these little hills, which are pretty cool looking. If that's a bit too high. If you're trying to kind of detail around an ore mine. Yeah. Very cool. So it kind of adds to the area a bit without taking away too much, right? So pretty cool. Let's just do a bit more over this way. Cool, cool. So very cool looking area here that we've got, but I don't think we're finished here at all. So let's open up the ore menu again. And we've already added in some of these assets, or all of these assets really. We also got the large underground ore mine, which I don't think we really need. But it might change things up a bit if we delete that one. All right, and we'll do the same kind of idea as before. So we'll take the leveling tool, we'll level it out ever so slightly, and then come back in with the smoothing tool. All right, changes up the look. And let's go back into our ore selection here. And I believe we've gotten the fiberglass plant already. I think this is the fiberglass, yep. So now that we are producing a lot of metal and ore, we can also look at adding in some unique buildings in the future. Oh, we also got this, which is a storage area. I don't think we really need that over here because of this building, which is ore. And this also stores ore. So it's more for the look, really. I don't know if we want it over here, but maybe over this way we can add it in. Let's just extend this road out a bit. All right, and let's place this in over here. All right, there we go. And I'm just going to adjust this road a bit. All right, cool. So we've used every building, and we've now created a level 5 ore area as well. So this pathway connects to the town, so its workers can cross, and perhaps we should build a pedestrian bridge across, because crossing at this neighborhood sure would be, or at this intersection sure would be a bit dangerous, wouldn't it? but at least for now we won't. And we do have parking over this way, don't we? We don't have parking for this area, so we should definitely look at adding in some of our parking assets. And I think after that we'll be done with this area. Very cool, very cool. Okay, so we've got our level 5 ore. It's split between 2 regions, production or extraction and production. We built this area out, and now we're going to look at building our level 2 university. So we've already got enough students, and if you weren't aware and you've watched most of the other series, we built this city hall a little while ago. We added these buildings, which are faculties, into the asset of the city hall to kind of make it look like it had a modern renovation, but they count as university buildings. So for a while it was kind of like the building's turned off, but it still has some students, which is interesting. They kind of helped us out a bit when we needed it, but now that we've kind of moved on from that and gotten to this university, the students have just boomed, so that's not going to be an issue at all. And we might even get, by the end of this academic year, we might even get enough students. So let's go to the university and let's look at our level 2 stuff. So I don't think we had this, the outdoor study, which unfortunately is going to be a bit of an issue because we've known this the entire time. It's going to be a bit difficult to build on this university because of the hill. Yeah, slope too steep. So this is definitely going to be a challenge to place that big of a building. We might not even get a building that big over here. So this is also a pretty massive building too. Slope too steep. Okay, well, let's try to smooth some things out. I mean, yeah, look at that, eh? But we knew that going in, so let's level this terrain out a bit. And I don't think this road needs to be as steep as it is. Yeah, let's try to level that road out a bit. And then, whoa, no. Okay, and then this one, I want it that height. Thank you. And then this one, I want it that height. So for the next couple episodes, we're going to see a lot of this terrain issue until we finish off the university. So hopefully that's okay with you guys. Oh my gosh, still slope too steep. Okay, so I want the gymnasium over here because this is where the dorms are. So we're going to smooth out the terrain here. All right, there we go. So I'm going to leave a bit of a gap to get a pathway in. Whoa. There we go. And let's turn guidelines off. Come on, there we go. And I'm just going to squeeze this path in right where the terrain line has an issue. Oh, it looks like there's a bit of an issue over here. Wonder how that happened. Anyways, that's okay now. Probably should have connected it at the same point. So I'm just going to use a bit of move it here, and we're going to move this over and down, and then we will connect it up right here. Let's turn collision off. There we go. And I'm just going to straighten this out. And we're going to put it all to the same height as this, I guess. Alright, so trees are definitely going to be our biggest friend once we start filling in the space properly. University cafeteria. Okay, this is great, because I was hoping that this space would fit some of these buildings. It does, so we are going to definitely use that. We'll lower this building into the ground a bit. Alright, and let's come back to this and we'll smooth this terrain out. Alright, let's lower this. And this one a bit as well. Alright. Very cool. So we've kind of extended it along this road, but we do need to start creating a second level here. So I'm going to select both these nodes, and I want to get it to that height. And I'm going to make this entire area right up to this hill, which starts there, to also be at that height. Because I want that to be beginning of like the second level of this area. And let's, ooh, that's not the university. Let's look at what else we got. So we got the fountain. Ah, darn. See, this is the issue, right? I was really hoping that was going to work. I was going to actually rely on those to be a key part of the expansion. But we didn't unlock any other building, did we? Yep. Okay, well, we'll add in some of those, but let's take a quick peek at the attractiveness. Wow. Okay, we really need to get that big asset in there. Now, I don't think the terrain's too bad up here, so why don't we look at leveling this out a bit. Okay, so lots of terrain work on this mountain, but it's a pretty important mountain for the town. And we'll make it look good for sure at the end, because this is going to involve a lot of terrain work to work properly, and that was the idea. It's based off of kind of McGill University. It's kind of look, but I definitely want this asset in. And wow, it's huge, eh? Okay, let's, oh. Okay, we'll click the building, and I want it at that height. Perfect, okay, so now that we have that in place, we can look at putting some stuff around it, right? So, we're gonna get some pathways around it. Let's go right from here. Let's turn these guidelines back on. Add collision back again. And we'll go right to here and connect up. Oh, no way, those don't snap together. Okay, well, never mind. Delete that. We'll start again. Come out to there. And just come right around it, like so. Okay, we're gonna move this one over ever so slightly. Whoa. Sorry about that, wrong button. I wanted to select both of them and then hold Alt down to kind of straighten it out. And then I'm going to grab all the nodes on the road here, and we're going to put it down to the same height as the building. Okay, so we've kind of squared the area off a bit, and I'm a bit weirded out that this isn't the same height, to be honest, or the same width. But that's okay. Alright, so we've kind of created our second little pathway, and perhaps this is where we're going to definitely need to have like a cliff, and maybe that is going to be one of the cliffs that we have. So let's see what that brought us to. 330A. Wow, so we really need to really like bump this area up. So we don't really need many more dorms, I think, but perhaps we need another study hall. Or maybe these fountains are going to do the trick. Alright, let's get one there. Get one right here. we'll come back and we will say same height, please. And then we'll also grab that node and we'll say same height, please. My hand's falling asleep. Okay, so that definitely should have gotten us to where we need to be. So darn close. Okay, so we just need to add really one more asset. And I don't think we need another gym. I don't think we need another calf, at least. So perhaps it is a study hall that we need to add in. And this would be a great spot, eh? Right here. Okay, very cool, very cool. Let's grab that building and we'll say this height, please. All right, so we'll come through here with our smoothing tool and we will just smooth out this terrain. Yeah, this is coming along pretty nicely. That's why the strength was so low. So as you see, we've already created a second level, which this, you know, you're seeing me do this right now. This is not going to be the final area, but I'm going to need this area to build, and then we'll kind of look at working the cliffs in place a bit better as time comes. But I'm just trying to avoid that little rectangle making kind of space that this is kind of creating, right? And that's a big issue for me when I'm building, as I hate that darn hitbox that it has. So let's bump that up, and it probably got us to where we needed to go. Yeah, but I think a dorm would be really nice to add in, but I'm definitely going to save the space because we really only have this one dorm. And one thing I do want to add in are some of these assets here. Okay, that's not gonna fit perfectly, so I'm not gonna place it. These ones do. This was my initial thought, but okay, very nice. So we kind of have this plaza. We can continue it down, but I think maybe we'll mirror it. So, I mean, a calf would be nice, but I think we'll have another building that's that small that we can add in over here. But yeah, this looks great. And I think there's one more thing we were going to do in today's episode, which I didn't get to, and that was just to create our sporting facility out this way for the high school. So let's just pull that over a bit, and we are going to add in the school's parking lot over here. Perfect. And then a couple of sports stadiums, and then we'll end it here, but we need the soccer field for sure. Why don't we look at continuing this road out a bit this way as well. So let's get that soccer field in right here, right in this corner. Oh, I thought that was flat. Oh yeah, that works. Okay. And then I want the baseball diamond for the high school. Okay, so baseball. Perfect. Get that right there in the corner. Oh gosh, again. Oh, there we go. Grab that. Oh, it wasn't in the movement mod. There we go. And bring it down to that height. Perfect. And we can add some more assets to this area as well. But really I just want to, oh, come on, undo. I want to make this look a bit nicer, so I'm going to add in our parking lots as well over here. And this is a dangerous spot to park your car. That's probably fine. And then we'll just smooth out the terrain. But it's really not showing too much because of the snow, so I don't mind it at all. Oh darn. Just undo that. Okay. And we can add in some other park assets as well, but perhaps we can look at doing that in a future episode. Because I don't want to spend too much time on this. But we can get some nice tennis courts, some basketball courts maybe. Very cool. They're elevated basketball courts. Just kind of create a little bit of a sporting complex here, you know? There we go. And we will add in just a row of trees. Whoa. Right here to block any potential home run. Alright, so we've got that in place. Very cool looking area over here. Kind of finishes off the space too for Saint Jean, and it looks like Saint Jean's filled in as well, which is very nice to see. Let's just kind of add in some things right here and a couple trees as well to finish off the space. All right, well, finished the ore. We added in a power plant, and we got the university to reach level 2 should we get our academic works in place. So the title of the video was level 5 ore, so I'm just going to get the this little ore industry area view right here. Let's try to find a good one with that in view. All right. Well, without further ado, guys, I hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.